Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Maria, and I work with One DC, Organizing Neighborhood Equity. And today we're having a membership meeting for the Martin Luther King Jr. Latino Co-op. The co-op is a unique place. It is a housing cooperative that resulted from the successful tenant purchase of the 76 unit, I believe it's 76 units, I lose count, 76 unit apartment building on 11th Street, right next door and in the midst of $500,000 condos. So these are working class people. The building is mostly recently arrived immigrants from Guatemala, El Salvador, and Mexico, who purchased the building and now run the building cooperatively as a housing oasis in this desert of affordable housing that is Washington, D.C.
Say hello, honey. Say hello. Say hello. Watch him.
I'm the president of the Martin Luther King Latino Cooperative, located in 1236 11th Street, Northwest Washington, D.C. I used to live in this building for a long time, like in my neighbors and friends. And the story started in the beginning was when the building was started being when the building started selling. The owner then used to be Mr. Robert Fleming, put the building and sell. And then we have the first right to decide if we want to buy it or not, or sell the right to any other investment. But the tenants who are living in there, we are not planning to move anywhere, and we decided to start to organize and start to create a tenant association to try to buy the building with the government help, of course.
3.5 years ago, we were notified by some tenants that their property was put up for sale, and One DC decided to work with the tenants, and over a year period, 12-month period, we organized the Tenant Association, and during that process, they selected us to be their organizer of the residents and also their development partner, and it's our responsibility to find the money, to find the architects like Sean and the other folks to make this high quality, long-term affordable housing.
When you first went in to organize, what was the state of things?
Well, when we went into the building, most of the units were run down and dilapidated. The elevator was broken off and on. Some people didn't have refrigerators, some folks didn't have stoves. There was trash everywhere, and these were ongoing problems that frustrated the Cooperative Association.
The building, on the situation and the condition that it used to be, I mean, was good, but I mean, not really exactly how tenants would want to have the building properly. I mean, safe and clean and nice building looking for our families and friends.
We kept telling them that a better day is coming as long as they take responsibility to work together, and that better day is approaching. And one of the biggest steps is that we helped them secure about $6.8 billion to buy their property, and now we're helping them secure another couple of millions of dollars to renovate the project. And the first phase of that renovation is creating a design for the residents that they're comfortable with, and that's the role that Sean will play in this project.
All right, well, tell me about it.
Well, we were selected by the tenant board, as I mentioned before. There was a lot of tenant meetings where we had tenant feedback. They were very much a part of the process. It was a very collaborative process. There were a lot of ideas that they had about their individual apartments as a function of trying to make their individual space a lot nicer. They came to the understanding that it was better to spend the money to make the building itself, the common areas, the trash rooms and things like that, more workable so that the space was clean. We're actually going to be putting in a new community room on the ground floor level, a new resident office, management office, and we're also reclaiming several units in the basement area that are now being used for storage. So they're actually gaining revenue by reclaiming some units back into the building. We just received our permits, building permits. So we are one step away from beginning the construction process so that the residents can actually see the benefit of all their hard work.
I always want to kind of reiterate the process. It's like first they come together, they get organized, they start an association, right? And then they buy the building if that's the thing that they want to do. But yeah, you have to get the money for that.
Right, and then it's the role of 1DC and our partner, the National Housing Trust, to put together an application to the private sector or to the public sector. In this case, it's the public sector. It's the Department of Housing and Community Development. We're putting together an application to get the construction financing, and I believe that application was completed and the construction financing is approved. Then you get the building permit, and the architect finishes the design, and then we begin construction.
Okay, we need a loan so we can have the money before we can even get to the renovation.
Necesitan un préstamo para poder renovar el edificio.
This paper shows the process. We started a long time ago, but I'll start with where we submitted an application to the city government for the cooperative. National Housing Trust and 1DC submitted the loan application in February.
Este papel muestra el proceso, las etapas para poder tener a disposición de la cooperativa el préstamo. La aplicación para el préstamo fue sometida por 1DC y NHT el 28 de febrero de este año.
After several months, the city said yes and approved the loan in the middle of June for $6.5 million, not to us, but to the cooperative, to all of you.
This process does not work without the work of the people. So it's all about the people in the building. The other thing that's important is that the people had moved from being tenants to cooperative members and owners. So they're the owners of the building. So when Sean said their money, he's right about that. It's not an individual's money, it's the cooperative association, the collective energy and the collective work of those people's resources pulled together that make this change happen. And we're real happy about this success, and we're real pleased with the work of the Martin Luther King Latino Cooperative Association.
It's fabulous. And what would have happened if they hadn't come together and done this? What do you think?
Most likely they would have been displaced.
Yes.
You know?
Private developer would have purchased the building and moved them out and made it into luxury condos
that none of us can afford.
Exactly.
And then I think when we are in good neighborhoods and thanks God that we live in the heart of downtown in Washington DC, and thanks God for letting the government helping us and the National Trust to give it the bond, to give it to us the loan to provide our dreams coming through to renovation of that building and have a better building and have more opportunities for us and for those people who really come to live with us and enjoy us on our building and live together, everybody like a family, where we don't have no problems and no dangerous moments and no strangers, just have a pacific life and safe for everyone on the whole neighborhood.